The Tesla semi-truck has been one of Tesla's most long-awaited products. It was originally mentioned in Elon Musk's master plan Part 2 back in 2016 when he stated that the semi would deliver a substantial reduction in the cost of cargo transport while increasing safety and making it really fun to operate. Elon Musk subsequently unveiled the product in November 2017, slated to hit production just 2 years later by 2019. However, the semi ended up being delayed until 2020, then again till 2021, followed by further delays until early 2022, and then finally Elon Musk set sometime in 2023 as the product's release date. The Tesla Semi has been delayed so many times that people are beginning to think it will never even hit the market and that Elon Musk may not even be able to deliver such a product. The expectations have certainly gotten extremely low. Even when the Tesla Semi was first announced, the head of Daimler, and Daimler is the largest truck manufacturer in the world, declared that the Tesla Semi defies the laws of physics. It would essentially be impossible to produce. But it was also interesting that the head of Daimler's truck division said he would buy 2 of them to reverse engineer the vehicles. Unfortunately for Daimler, a large part of Tesla's competitive edge isn't exactly inside the semi-truck itself, even if the Semi packs tons of new features that will be extremely difficult to copy given Tesla's expertise at making their own alloys and glass. But Tesla's Gigafactory is where the real magic happens in order to actually reduce the cost of building and scaling such a vehicle. Part of the cost of the semi-truck includes the factory operations that were used to build it. Anyone can build a prototype truck, but scaling it in order to get the truck to customer hands at a reasonable cost is really what matters. Tesla's supply chain is also another major part of building the Tesla Semi that won't be found inside the truck itself. Tesla has been working for years to secure materials, especially for battery manufacturing, the largest hindrance for the Semi, which is the primary reason for its delays and has to do with not having enough batteries to scale up production. By the time Daimler takes apart the semi-truck, Tesla will already be scaling production and will be so far ahead, Daimler may never be able to catch up. Let's also not forget about Tesla's Supercharger network. While the Tesla Semi will need new Megachargers for a much higher rate of charging, Tesla has plenty of expertise in building their own charging stalls and deploying them extremely fast. They've already installed Megachargers at Giga Nevada and will also put them along the trucking line of their first customers. Pepsi, for instance, being one of them, is said to be getting a Megacharger at their facility, which can add 400 miles of range in 30 minutes, according to Tesla's initial specs. By comparison, Daimler's highest-end e-Cascadia truck only has 230 miles of total range and no charging network at all. They plan to partner with others to build their first charging station in 2023. Tesla already has the largest fast charging network in the world and will expand this to trucks. The truck market will be different than Tesla's typical Model 3 or Model Y market, since Tesla is looking to satisfy the needs of commercial customers, which are quite different from traditional consumers. It's important to understand that not all chargers are equal. Tesla will have its proprietary technology inside of its Megachargers, which it may eventually open to others, but right now it won't be compatible with other trucks. It's interesting that while some people have caught on to it, most people don't realize the immense lack of competition for the Semi. Out of all of Tesla's products, the Semi basically has none or close to zero competition. It's effectively a monopoly in the electric vehicle space, but it's up against a massive industry of entrenched players that Tesla will be starting to displace. Even companies that say that they have an electric truck in production don't actually have the capacity to build it in volume. You can look no further than Tesla's competition for vehicles such as the Model 3 or Model Y, which is few and far between. Tesla holds a staggering 75% market share in the US, and these smaller vehicles use substantially fewer batteries than the semi-truck. Model 3 and Model Y may use batteries between 50 and 75 kilowatt hours depending on the version, whereas the Semi could be more than 10 times higher than this for a single truck. If automotive players don't have supply chains properly set up for their Model 3 and Model Y challengers, then they certainly have even less for any sort of truck, and the Tesla Semi is coming right for their market share. For the first time, we've just seen Elon Musk move the timeline forward for the Tesla Semi. Elon originally confirmed that Tesla wouldn't be coming out with any new products this year. Only next year in 2023 would Tesla then realize a huge wave of new products, including the Semi and also the Cybertruck and Roadster. But now the target date for the Semi has been shifted forward to this year. That signal should get investors excited. After all, the Tesla Semi is more of a commercial product that regular consumers won't be purchasing. It's designed for businesses, and so of Tesla's large retail shareholder base, it's the investors as opposed to the retail consumers who have been waiting patiently for this vehicle and should be thrilled to finally see it in production. Though Tesla's share price didn't behave as much of a proxy for this excitement when Elon Musk made this announcement. Perhaps they've been disappointed in long waiting periods due to all the delays and may not believe that the Tesla Semi is actually arriving, but this time it's the real deal. The last time Tesla shifted a product timeline forward, it was for the Model Y. The Model Y was originally unveiled in March of 2019, slated for production in the fall of 2020. Curiously, Tesla then moved the timeline to summer of 2020, about 3 months ahead of schedule. But in fact, they began deliveries in the spring of 2020, 6 months ahead of the original schedule, and just 1 year after the product was unveiled. The Model Y then ramped up vigorously despite pandemic-related issues slowing it down, and is now poised to be the top-selling car in the world next year, just 3 years after it began deliveries. When Tesla is ready with their product, they know how to escalate production at extreme rates. And now Tesla is signaling its confidence that the Semi is about to enter mass production. The two main things that have been holding up the Tesla Semi are about to be resolved, which is why it makes a lot of sense that the Semi is coming faster than people think. First off, there was nowhere to really build Semi in volume until Giga Texas was ready to house the product. And secondly, Tesla themselves didn't have enough batteries for this monstrous vehicle. But now that Tesla's own 4680 battery cells are starting to be ramped up at Giga Texas, as well as shipments of the same battery coming from Tesla's Cato Road pilot facility, it appears that all of the pieces are in place. The Semi will actually be produced at 2 of Tesla's Gigafactories. Currently, Tesla has been in limited production in Giga Nevada. Tesla built a new production line in a building near the Nevada Gigafactory and was planning to be producing 5 electric trucks per week. This is a low-volume plant and is more of a test facility. There were some reports last year that Tesla would be delivering semi-trucks to PepsiCo in 2021, and these would be used for verifying and validating the product from Tesla's perspective, but with authentic customers. However, the real volume production will come from Giga Texas. Tesla's other factories are bursting at the seams in terms of space, but Giga Texas is a newly designed plant purpose-made for building Tesla's next wave of products. The Tesla Semi actually seems like it was more secretive since Elon Musk stated the Cybertruck would be the next product to come out of Giga Texas after the Model Y. It's possible, though, that the Nevada factory has hit a high enough production to make it worthwhile to begin to start delivering Semis to customers in meaningful numbers. But Giga Texas will take Semi to the next level. The Semi relies on high-nickel 4680 battery cells, which will be produced at Giga Texas as well. Elon Musk is planning to start with delivering the 500-mile version of the Semi, and at under 2 kilowatt-hours per mile, this will give the Semi a massive battery that's under 1 megawatt-hour. These are from Tesla's original 2017 specs, and so given that it's now almost 5 years later, Tesla's improved technology and constant iteration to make its cars more efficient may give the Semi some surprising changes for the better. Sandy Munro, who's torn down the Model Y battery pack containing 4680 battery cells, recently said that he was surprised to see the 4680 cells seem to be cheaper to produce than Munro originally expected. That said, raw material costs have increased significantly since 2017, and so Tesla will likely update the Semi's price. It was originally announced at $180,000 for the 500-mile version, though even if prices were to go up, it will still be worth it for customers, as we'll soon see. Tesla has a list of major customers who are publicly known to have orders for the Tesla Semi. Early reservations give them an idea of what demand looks like, but typically after Tesla brings a product into production and runs through the reservation orders, there's a whole slew of new buyers that come in to make purchases. Either they didn't want to hold a reservation for an unknown period of time, or they begin to see semis on the road and hear from their fellow peers how the performance is for the vehicle. Given that recent inflation has drastically affected the prices of fuel and transportation, the semi may actually be more valuable than ever right now. In an analysis done by Alex Gayer, he calls the electric semi-truck jaw-dropping, especially when compared to the cost of running a diesel equivalent. This was one of Tesla's core selling factors when they announced the semi, but Alex Gayer crunches some of the numbers using today's economic environment. He estimates approximately 34 gallons of fuel is used to haul a load 200 miles. At $5 a gallon, it works out to be $169 for the trip. Conversely, he compares this to the Tesla Semi using Tesla's energy cost of 7 cents per kilowatt hour, something that Tesla said they would guarantee at their Tesla Semi unveil, and he uses Tesla's stated 2 kilowatt hours per mile, even though Tesla states their production vehicle should be better than this. So this estimate is even on the conservative side. The results are fairly astounding, showing an 84% savings for going electric. And that's not even considering other benefits of the Semi, such as reduced maintenance costs with no oil changes, brakes, Tesla Armor Glass which prevents cracks in the glass, breakdown time, autonomous, and safety software. The vehicle will likely hold its value for much longer as well, as we've seen to be true with other Tesla models. So this is truly a no-brainer for any customer looking to upgrade their fleet. And so Tesla is bringing a killer commercial product into a market that's been stagnant for decades. There's virtually no one on their tails, and the Tesla Semi brings massive economic benefits to large commercial buyers in a very inflationary environment. Not only that, but Tesla just advanced the timeline of deliveries by literally a year, since there was no set time in 2023, which usually means the end of the year. But now, Semi will begin deliveries within the coming months in 2022. Tesla is the only player with enough batteries, a dedicated factory, and expertise to lay out new charging infrastructure at extreme speeds. The Tesla Semi may currently be one of Tesla's most underrated products. So do you think that Tesla has managed to ramp up production at their Giga Nevada facility, or will these deliveries that Elon Musk is referring to be coming from Giga Texas? And in either case, what kind of numbers do you see Tesla's semi-truck production reaching by the middle of next year? Please hit the like button and subscribe. We would really appreciate that. And a huge shout out to all of our patrons that help to support our channel. Your support helps us to continue to make great content. Thank you guys so much for watching.